Hey guys, this is Dr. Kenyon Godwin of both Active Family Wellness Center and Dreams Consultant. And I want to speak to you this week on the topic of congruency. Congruency is very important. I like to think that your level of congruency is equal or reflects your level of commitment. Now, what happens is most of us, we define who we are, we know what our values are, what our goals are, what we're trying to accomplish, or who we say we are. But then we may have an instance where we have a conversation and we say something that's out of alignment or incongruent with our character. We may not take the necessary actions or steps to do what we say we're going to accomplish with our goals, or we just do something that's a mistake or dumb. Well, you're not held to that. Thank God that we are not the sum of our last mistake, that doesn't reflect who we are. But being incongruent does hurt. It doesn't just hurt your reputation, it hurts you internally because that's that tension that you have to fight with. Now you can doubt yourself, or you can have this slight depression or sorrow or a lack of confidence because of your own incongruence. So let me share with you some ways, three particular ways that I use personally to help me, because there are plenty of times when I have a goal, I have something that I need to do or something I said I'm going to do, and I don't, or I don't take the necessary action or steps to do it. And then I'm mad at myself and I'm like, man, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why didn't I do this? And so I know how I feel with that, and I know I'm not the only one. So I thought this might be a good topic for me to address out of my own incongruence to share with you. Here are the three tips that I recommend. Number one, this is why a coach is so important. If you have a coach will remind you of who you are, even in your lowest moments. They'll remind you of your goals, your values, who you said you were, and what you said you were going to accomplish. They also will not let you have a pity party and be so hard on yourself. That grace is important. And so having somebody that can say, hey, I know this is what you did or what you didn't do, but dust yourself off. You're better than this. Get back on track. That's so important. A lot of us need that in life. I know I need that in life. The second thing is that forgiveness of yourself. Give yourself permission and say, you know what? I know I can do better. I know I'm better than this. That's one of my affirmations, especially when I know I've messed up or fallen short. I look in the mirror and I look at myself and I'm like, I am better than this. So being able to give yourself permission to make mistakes, to be incongruent temporarily, but get back on track to being more congruent. And the third tip is if you know that there's an area that you're consistently falling short, that you're having some difficulty with, then ask yourself, what technology, what tools, what habits can I put in place to help me be more congruent? Now, I'm going to give you an example. At Active Family Wellness Center, I help a lot of people with functional medicine programs. And many of these people, they have goals for health, whether it's their labs, getting those improved, their blood pressure, their weight, their diabetes, many different things, various things that I help them with. A lot of them, I'm going to tell you the truth, a lot of them have an idea of knowing what to do to turn that around, but they're not congruent. They're not consistent with their congruency. So therefore, their commitment wavers and their results waver. So what do? We put together a system. We have a system where I draw their labs. I look at their labs and examine them with them and then explain it to them so they know why it's important. So now I have a stronger commitment when I know why this is important to my health and longevity. We make sure they have the tools, the resources, the supplements and things that they need to improve their health. And then I help them with the structure, but I hold them accountable. And I think many of them tell me that's the thing, that was the X factor. Those other things are great, but having someone on a regular basis to hold you accountable, to help you be more congruent, to remind you of what you said your health goals were. Hey, I want to lose this amount of weight in this period of time. I want my blood pressure to drop in this period of time. I want to get off medication by this period of time. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to help you. I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to remind you of who you are and what you said and what you can do. But I'm not going to settle for excuses of, you just giving up on yourself either. So if you want to be more congruent, remember congruency mirrors and reflects your level of commitment. Then get a coach, forgive yourself, but get habits, tools, systems in place to help you be more congruent. I hope this was helpful. I'm Dr. Kenyon Godwin of both Active Family Wellness Center and Dreams Consultant. And I want you to be diligent, be authentic, and be the light in the world, i.e., show up big.